This shit is a state of emergency. Our people are genociding each other. Men and women no longer get along. Over 80% of black mothers are single black mothers. Children are growing up without fathers. We're reaching that point. Okay, we reaching a point where it's been too long. These programs been in place so long. We are feeling the effects of those programs that took the fathers out the home, that made these boys get raised by women, so they never became men, and they deal with their emotions like how a woman does, and they respond to everything with violence and throw fits and shit. They don't have stoicism. They don't have the poise and grace of a wholesome, fortified man who has real strength and reservation and discipline and self-control. And so we are seeing our society debilitate as a result of this shit. So someone or something has to happen. Some type of intervention has to take place, or this shit is gonna get progressively worse. Do you know what I'm saying? So first it's just like having a conversation. You feel me? Cause like what the fuck is going on? And it's like, y'all, we even be calling ourselves like their names and shit, dog. And I don't mean no disrespect to nobody when I say this, but like we be calling ourselves other niggas' names, cuz we be calling ourselves Gotti. You feel me? That's some white Irish niggas, bruh, that don't even like niggas, bruh. And it's just like, but this shit is like just mass unconsciousness. Like, cause if somebody ever became self-aware, like, y'all, what the fuck? Like, grab somebody, be like, y'all, what we doing? Like, niggas is dying in the streets, over streets and blocks. They don't even own this shit. Niggas will have the money too. That would be crazy. Niggas will get the money. Somehow you miraculously divide the odds and got the money. And niggas will buy a chain or a watch and could have bought the land back. This shit be crazy, cuz. And then it's almost to where like I understand why things are this way, you know. And my thing I had to come to terms with is accepting that this shit is compromised. Cam, you got to leave some of them niggas for dead. As much as I want to save them, it's like I Am Legend, Resident Evil. Like their minds are infected already. Like they already just they sit on that slime demon ball shit, that demon slime ball demon time shit. They already fucked up. So it's like you can't be fucking around with them folks. You know what I'm saying? You can't drown yourself trying to save the drowning man and shit. So I had to accept that shit, that I understand why things are the way this way. Like, why are they this way? Like, I understand the origin of gangs and how gangs originally was a response to racist white gangs. Yes, protect the neighborhood type shit. Stanley Tookie Williams and Raymond Washington, they families knew each other. Like, I want to say one of their sisters was dating somebody. Like, they families was merged by blood and shit, by marriage and shit. And yeah, they formed gangs in response to white oppression. That's what literally happened. But over time it devolved. You know, leadership was taken away. Just like I say, you take the fathers out of the home, and now we, like I say, we got these boys that are being raised by their moms, and they're not being taught the perspective of a man about how to respond to life's problems and stuff. And what we see is underdeveloped men who lack the skills and trades to like take care of themselves. And because they don't have any skills or trades, they can't earn a living. And that earning a living is what make you feel like a man, when you could buy your girl food or whatever purse she want to get her nails done. It make you feel masculine to be like, hey, I made my girl be able to relax. I took that stress off her. She ain't got to worry about her survival. So young black men are growing up and they don't have no skill or trade after they finish high school. So now, because they don't have no skills that can get them paid or no trades, they end up in a life of crime and shit, and they go to system, go to prison, or you know, and these women so desperate for love because the men just ain't there, that they, after a while, they just be willing to compromise and shit and just take what they could get and shit like that. Or like it's such a deep conversation, y'all, because all women want a good man, right? Like, but the good man, it ain't many men out here to begin with. And then the good man, y'all gonna end up having to share a man because it ain't enough men out here, and then the men that's out here, it ain't like all these niggas just got hundreds of thousands of dollars. It ain't like that. So it's like, yo, you got to look at it like this, man. You got to compromise somewhere. I swear to God, you might as well accept it. You either gonna end up sharing this rich and powerful man, or you gonna have to work with this average nigga and still make him feel like a king. You still gonna have to reciprocate the energy and stuff. Because a big thing that's been going on in our culture right now is like women coming out of like the woodwork, like on some like broke niggas don't deserve pussy, and like if a man can't buy me a bag, if he can't pay my bills, and he ain't worth shit. But so what we all have to look at ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, like, what value do I provide? You know, am I just a liability out this bitch? Because a lot of women be thinking that just because they have a vagina, just because they're a woman or something, that means that a man is innately supposed to take care of them. But the truth is, this shit the jungle. Don't nobody gotta do shit for you or for nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and so what you have to do is, for if you want this high value man that's in the top 10% in good looks, like he good looking, he a top 10% earner, then he got plenty of cash, and he like, come on, bro, you want this Superman ass dude. What incentive does a Superman ass dude have to keep you as an individual around? Like, it can't just be sex, because a lot of women offer high energy, high caliber men sex. You see what I'm saying? So he get pussy thrown at him all the time. You see what I'm saying? A Chris Brown ass nigga, a Jason Tatum ass nigga, whoever you just want to insert. That girls throw pussy at them all the time. You know, a rap, Pooh Shiesty ass, whoever you just name. You know what I'm saying? So what incentive are you given to make that person be like, you know what, I want to keep them as a long-lasting partner? Like, they provide so much value that I'm like, I'd be a fool to part ways with that shit. Or like, you see what I'm saying? And that's a big conversation that needs to be had. It's not so one-dimensional. It's not like how it used to be. It used to make sense for a woman to stay at home and take care of all 15 of these children, right? Because, and then we was rural then, and we were living on farms, so we needed more hands and shit to help tend to the farm and shit. But like, nah, before, you couldn't even vote. Women couldn't vote and shit. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even do shit. They didn't even have a place in the workplace, really. Now you could go out and become the fucking district attorney, a dermatologist, a veterinarian, or whatever, the marine biologist. It don't fucking matter. You could do something now. So it's not to just sit there on your ass and just frolic like a child, because that's what most women have started to become. Not most, but like a lot of women from the ghetto, they'd be liabilities. Again, they just like the men I was speaking of, that have no skills or trade. So it's like, you just want a man to pay to feed you and pay your bills, but where's the reciprocity? That's all I'm saying. Before you ask for somebody to pay your bills, ask, how can I help? How can I give? That's how everybody should be. Like, how can I make this situation better? Not just how can I take from it. But we are starting to antagonize each other, like, oh, fuck that little bit or whatever, and then, oh, that fuck, they need to use that nigga for the money, that nigga ain't got no money, he ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another way, divide and conquer. Crip and blood, whatever, Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints, whatever it take to divide us, that's what the fuck. They be like, hell yeah, I don't give a fuck what it take. As long as they don't come together, because if they ever unify, their problems will fucking dissolve because of the strength and unity and stuff. You know what I mean? And if we just could all just somehow stop killing each other, stop antagonizing each other. I am not your enemy. See what I'm saying? I am not stopping you from getting the resources that you and your family need to thrive. I am not your enemy just because I played for a different high school, grew up on a different street, or my skin is a shade darker or some shit than yours. We're not fucking enemies. Anybody that's my enemy is someone that is infringing upon my human rights. That's who my enemy is. So if you're not doing that, you're not my fucking enemy. So that goes black, white, Jews, Gentiles. It don't fucking matter. What I'm saying is, we need to be able to identify who our common enemies are. Just saying, if you're at war, if you're under attack or being oppressed, it's good to know who the fuck is on my team. It's like we playing pickup ball. You on my team? Okay, yeah, hell yeah. What the fuck, y'all? And men and women, this is just, I could tell I'm about to have to expound upon this subject and go into detail, because we need deep cleansing of the mind, and we need spiritual fucking healing. We need to purge all this emotional fucking trauma, and this is going to take more and more sessions and more of us talking about it and becoming self-aware. But the big point I want to take away is, like, I want everyone to take away is that the first thing we have to do is change our attitudes towards one another, towards ourselves, first of all, because we have to realize that we are valuable. Our lives are valuable, and we should not just throw them away or waste them away. You know, we can be the changes we want to see in life, and we can all work in our own individual lives to improve the quality of our lives, but in turn, we can all give our energy to make the world a better place for everybody to be in. Make it safe again. Make black women feel safe in the presence of a black man again. You know what I'm saying? Make children know that they have a father that fucking cares about them and that will always be there to protect them again. Make the women start respecting men again. Make men respect women. That's essential for us to ever liberate ourselves from our struggle and to rise and ascend as a people. But hood therapy. We'll be back.